Hi, this is Jim Couri with another video. Today we're going to touch upon the State Liquor Authority, Martin Epstein, Judd Morehouse, and what really went on during the 1950s and 60s at the SLA, which is the State Liquor Authority. The purpose of the video is to kind of give you a little background into what goes on in New York and how it works in terms of the political machine on the one hand and zealous lawyers who want to make their bones, which may ultimately result in their being appointed judges or to some other political post. The SLA has been a cesspool of corruption for years. Marty Epstein, when he was appointed to that position thanks to Johnny Cruz, really only exposed what was going on there for a long time. Many of the lawyers, called liquor lawyers, made their practice going before the SLA for clients to get liquor licenses. And obviously, liquor licenses are really important in New York if you have a restaurant or what they call key clubs. Key clubs are clubs such as the Playboy Club or the Gaslight Club, where you're not really a private club, you're a pseudo-private club. Private club liquor licenses are the most coveted. Private clubs such as the New York Athletic Club, the City Athletic Club, and other clubs scattered around New York like the University Club, which are genuine private clubs, and those liquor licenses are virtually almost impossible to obtain. Now, during the years of the 1950s, you had lawyers like Louis Lefkowitz, Walter Mahoney, Judge Bernard Newman, who became a Supreme Court judge subsequently, and Joe Carlino and his firm, who made their practice going before the SLA. Now, the SLA had a system. It wasn't how smart you were in presenting your case. It wasn't how active you were in presenting your case. It was how adroit you were in making your deal with a Marty Epstein. And it's pretty simple. The price was the price, and then the lawyer would go to the client and say it's going to cost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Some of that was filtered off to Marty Epstein, and the other went to the lawyer. A simple fix. Now, I'm not saying all these guys were fixers, because I wasn't there, except I listened to what went on in our playroom on Shore Road when Johnny Cruz and George Beldock and Tony Durso and Bill O'Dwyer and my dad and a whole plethora of others would get together, including Marty Epstein, by the way, before he became SLA chairman and after, as to what was going on all the time and who was going to get what, when, and how. And the lawyers that made their bones going before the SLA, liquor lawyers, in lawyers, as they made their bones, they got tapped for better positions. After Newman got the Gaslight Club their license after it was revoked a few times, he finally became a Supreme Court judge in New York. Louis Lefkowitz, whose partner was Jaime Siegel, who continued on after Louis Lefkowitz became the Attorney General in the state of New York, and became the Attorney General and was there for a millennium, Jaime Siegel continued on going before the SLA. Walter Mahoney, his Buffalo law firm, continued going on to the SLA for years. This is the business of politics and politics and politics. I'm not going to use the word corruption, but I will say what I saw, I saw. What I heard, and what I observed, I observed. Louis Lefkowitz was a very nice man. He came to our home many times, but he was a very sharp guy. And he made a lot of money representing clients at the SLA for many, many years. I saw what went on with Marty Epstein and guys like Lefkowitz and Newman and others. Judd Morehouse got caught because Hugh Heffner was desperate for a liquor license. And Heffner got it. And as a matter of fact, he was trying to open desperately, and the day that Marty Epstein gave the go-ahead, 59th Street between 5th and Madison Avenue was clogged up for about 10 hours with liquor trucks pulling up to the Playboy Club for deliveries. It all fell apart. The fact of the matter is that corruption in New York is its middle name. Corruption in New York went on in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and right now, today. It started when Boss Tweed started, when there was the first election. You may remember Marty Scorsese's movie that was just out about a year ago about New York in the early days. You may want to watch that because it kind of shows you what went on in the early days. It's a little different now. There isn't the butcher and people aren't getting killed so often. But the mob and the politicians and the political machines are alive and well. I thank you so much. You will hear a lot more about the SLA and appointments as a result of being a company man, if you will, in the New York political system. Thank you.